Hey there, Wax Packers! Adam here with another edition of Wax Pack Flashback. This time we're getting tiny, we're getting toony, we're all a little loony. Yes, it's a pack of Tiny Toon Adventures trading cards. These are from 1994, and Tiny Toon Adventures was all the rage at the elementary schools. I know for me personally, we would just bust out in the theme song. Everybody would sing it. We were so excited about this new generation of Looney Tunes, right? We've been watching them for years. There were Happy Meal toys, as you can see here, one of my favorites from McDonald's, taking the Looney Tunes characters, turning them into superheroes. But it was just kind of ubiquitous. You'd see the Roadrunner, you'd see Bugs Bunny, Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century or whatever it was. All of that was just around. And then we had something that we could call our own. It wasn't classic, it wasn't old school, it was new, it was edgy, it was Tiny Toon Adventures. Now, personally, I remember I first found out about Tiny Toon Adventures in this Bugs Bunny 50th Anniversary magazine, which was a very big deal to me. I've read through this countless times. I loved it so much. But inside, there was an interview with Steven Spielberg, who was producing the series, about why he loved it, what his favorite thing about the Looney Tunes characters were, and why he wanted to bring it to a new generation. And then I saw this. All right, so this was so cool to be able to see what the new characters were going to look like. I was like, there's a new Tasmanian Devil, there's a new Daffy Duck. This is crazy, right? And so I definitely tuned in after school for several years. I was very excited by it. Of course, Animaniacs came shortly after. That was another huge hit. So I'm very curious to find out what is in this pack of cards. Do they have anything special about them? Do they have chase cards? Am I going to learn about some part of the history that I've forgotten? Because I watched a fair amount. I remember quite a bit, even some of the little interstitials and things like that. But yeah, so I'm curious to find out what's inside. Let's get opening. All right, well, here we are ready to open a pack of Tiny Toon Adventures trading cards by Cardz, C-A-R-D-Z. And this is interesting. Like many of the trading card sets of the time, they do have an offer where you can order a card album. I always wish I would have done that with trading cards. I just never got into it for whatever reason. I never wanted to plunk down the money, but nowadays it would be a great way to hold them. Now, Tiny Toon Adventures, as you can see here, brought to us by Steven Spielberg. I was a big fan when they were announced, as I mentioned. And so I'm excited to see what are inside this pack, because I never have tried to check out Tiny Toon Adventures cards. There is the promise of a TekChrome card, but what is this? This is something special. Look at. So a stand-up card directions. Oh, so you have to actually cut. So, we've covered Power Rangers cards in the past that had pop-up action, but this one you actually have to cut and then fold, damage the card to have a Plucky that's standing up there. So that's interesting. I never had thought that would be a gimmick in there, but wow, look at this right here. Okay, so this was the Tweety updated female Tweety bird. I don't remember this character, Sweetie. I don't think she got very much play on the cartoon series. But look, it actually gives you details about her. Her goal in life, to be the early bird who gets the worm. Her weakness is oversleeping. Her favorite activity is singing a show tune. Favorite food is worms. Behind her back, people say she's sweet enough to cause cavities. But yeah, that's a character I don't remember. But look at that nice glare, that nice sheen on these cards. That's beautiful. Okay, let's see who we have here. All right, now here's a guy I recall a little bit more. That is a Furball. That's what I thought. Yep. So his goal in life is to find a home. His strength is he has 9 lives. Weakness, he used up 8 of them. His interests is sardines, liver, a bowl of milk, and soft pillows. And finally his motto, there's no place like home. But yeah, so this was kind of the updated Wile E. Coyote character. But again, I if I remember right, I think he was doing some chasing of a character. But I'm trying to remember if also he was mostly just manhandled by Elmira. I think that's what was going on with that character. Oh, so this is interesting. So we have Dizzy here, Dizzy, the Tasmanian Devil. But this is actually a checklist card. So that's interesting. Gives you some ideas of what to be on the lookout for here. The TV Blitz. I would like to know what was in that, because they were always so great doing everything with, the the stars of the day and having cameos, Roseanne, Michael Keaton, Madonna, whoever. But look at this one here, Furball in 3D. I doubt that's an actual 3D card, but still a cool thing to look out for. All right, so here's Plucky with, does he have cement shoes? Was he getting attacked by mobsters and threatened? Because there's Hampton waving at him goodbye. Hollywood Plucky. Okay, yep, so he put his hands in some quick-drying cement. Okay, so this is a Hollywood thing. This is not a mobster thing. That's interesting. All right. Ooh, now this is cool. Look at that. So obviously a throwback to the really early days. Who are these characters, are they saying? Fields of Honey. Yeah. It says, with Honey getting laughs, something strange happens to the old lady. Holy moly, it's Honey! And that creepy vault keeper, he's really her long-lost partner, Bosco. So after 50 years, they're back on top of the tunes. I do remember this episode. Yes, that is so cool. All right. Now this is a cool card. Look who Babs is watching on TV. It's Go-Go. And look, I happen to have him right here. Yep, there he is. Oh, yes, he's a dodo bird, but this is from the Happy Meal toys that McDonald's offered back when they were promoting the series. But that's just really cool to see what's going on here, how he was driving them insane, as they told us in the opening credits. But, oh, this last card is cool. Okay, this is from that Hollywood Plucky episode again here. So that's just really cool how they did that. I mean, again, just calling back to all the kind of caricatures that they put in here, which is makes it interesting when you think about this. You have, Leonard Nimoy, you have DeForest Kelley and William Shatner, or just their Star Trek counterparts. But it's interesting to me because Paramount was owned, or Star Trek was owned by Paramount. So how did Warner Brothers get the rights to include these in there? But I guess it probably fell under parody, so they were able to get away with that. But yeah, so there you have it. That was kind of a fun pack of cards. A little surprise here with this stand-up card, which I was not expecting to see in there. So hey, let's close it out here. All right, well, that was a fun little nostalgia trip, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of fun stuff in there. I wasn't expecting a card like this that they actually wanted you to cut out and then fold to turn into like a little card figure. Like, that wasn't something that I anticipated in any way being part of this. But if I had to choose my favorite card in the set, it would have to be this Sweetie card. Yeah, again, this character of Sweetie that I had no recollection of, I thought I was all up on Tiny Toon Adventures. I used to have the video game for the Nintendo and all those types of things. And to understand that there was a character that I had totally blanked on, that I had totally forgotten, Sweetie, I'm so sorry. But I think that was a nice bit of education for me, and I hope it was a fun nostalgia trip for you. That's what we do here on the Retro Network. So make sure you subscribe to TRN TV here on YouTube. Going over to social media, you can find at TRN Social on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to find more from me personally, I'm at Hoju Coolander on Twitter, always sharing the new acquisitions for my various retro collections, whether it's toys or, videotapes or old magazines, whatever it might be. I'm very eclectic in my tastes, but I think that you might find something to enjoy there. But of course, you can be right back here soon because we will be opening up more and more packs of cards. We have so many. I just got a stack in the mail, and I know that there's more on the way from Mickey. So this trade's going to keep rolling all year long. I hope you look forward to it. Leave us a comment down below if there's a particular series of cards you'd like us to open for you. We might just be able to find a pack or two. But until next time, we'll check you later.